Hello student, myself KM Jha, lecturer VPMP Polytechnic Gandhinagar. The subject name is again Java programming and the code for that is 3350703. Unit name, this is unit 2 from Java programming, building blocks of the language, and the topic that I am going to talk is implement programs for string handling in Java. Now we will see the objective. After learning this topic or after going through this presentation, you are able to understand how to implement programs for string handling in Java. This is all about the introduction, how to create, how to concatenate two strings, conversion of a string, changing case of a string from lower to upper and upper to lower, character extraction, how to extract or fetch the character, string comparison we will check by using different kinds of function. And there is one more topic that is different between string class and string buffer class that we will talk. Now what is the concept behind string? String, it is represent a sequence of character. Whenever we are talking about the character, whenever there is a bunch of character or sequence of character, it is nothing but, in other words, it is a string. So by using this, the easiest way to represent a sequence of character in Java, it is a character array. You can use the character array to represent a bunch of characters or sequence of character. By using this operator new, unary operator, you can create your array of characters. If it is having the size 4, then the index will start from 0, 1, 2 and 3. As the size is 4, array always starts from 0, and that's why the size and the index size is up to 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, and the size of the element is 4. Okay, by using new you can create the character array. Why I am talking about character array when we are going through the string concept? The thing is that by using character array, it have the ability to query their length, but they are not good enough to support the range of operations we want to perform on strings. That is, copy of one character array into another array, as well as memory allocation. That is not possible very easily by using the character of array. So many operations are there which takes a lot of effort when we are working with character array. But when we are talking about string, it becomes very easy to handle this problem, and we can work very efficiently by using Java string. So to overcome the problems which we are facing in character array, it does not mean we cannot do that, but it will take a lot of efforts. So to make it easy, there is an alternate approach of Java string. So Java string, whenever we are talking about the Java string, it based on two class objects which is implemented for string. These two classes are string and string buffer class. So Java string, it is an instantiated object of the string class whenever we are talking about string. So from where we are getting this string, Java string, we are actually getting this instantiated object. It is a kind of object from the class string class. Okay, so all string literals in Java programs are implemented as instances. Instances are nothing but these are all objects of string class. Whenever we are creating any string literal, it means we are creating object of string class, as there is already created string class in the system, as well as string buffer class. Now how to declare? The same way we were using in character array. Here also you can see here, by using new operator you are going to create your own strings. The same way what you were using in character array. This is the string, this is the value of this string variable string name. This is parameterized constructor. This value we are assigning to this variable, that is object of the class string. String name is it is instantiated object of the class string, and we are assigning this value to this. It is the same structure or the format that we were following in character. Okay, so this is the another example. Here we have created an object str from the string class. By using new we created, and the value that we are assigning is VPM. Okay, so both are same. So this is the value. This is also one of the easiest way of creating a string object by using a string literal. This is the object that we have created str1 by using the string class, and the value that we are assigning is hello. Okay. Since a string literally it is a reference, it can be manipulated like any other string reference that it can use to invoke methods of string class. So whenever we are using string, there is an inbuilt function, length function, to calculate the length of a string. You can see here I am moving my cursor many more times here. So this is the function that you can use to find out the length of a string. Along with the string, you can add this particular function by using this bridge, that is dot operator, or otherwise you can write this string one. This is the literal that we have created by using the string class, and you can calculate the length of a string. String concatenation, it is nothing but it is all about the adding. Concatenation, it means we are working with two strings. So plus operator we are using, you can see here. So this is the concatenation operator, or otherwise you can use the append function. Append function is a part of string buffer class. It is a part of string buffer class. You can use this plus operator from the string class, or you can use the append method from the string buffer class for the string concatenation. So here there are two strings, hello and word, and by using this concat function of the string class, you can get the output hello world. String constructors are there. As I talk about parameterized constructor, this one is parameterized constructor, and this is your default constructor that we are using. And in this you can pass the string. Here we have passed like string 1. You can also create the array of string by the same way as you were using in character array. By using new, you can create this. So here the size of the string is, or the string array is 3. Here you can see it will create an item array. This is name of the string array, and the size is 3 to hold 3 string constants. String equality, for equality there are many methods. You can use that methods like equal method is there. Equals method you can use to check the two strings whether the string is equal or not. You can see here string 1 and this is string 2, and by using this inbuilt function equals, I am directly focusing here. If the string 1 is equal to string 2, then you will get the true value, and if it is not equal, then you will get the false value. Here it is, Java is a case sensitive language, so it will check every sensitivity, whether it is small or whether it is capital. Accordingly it will return the value, and there are many methods for checking the string equality. Double equal to sign also you are using for the equality of string operator that you can use here to check the two strings. And if suppose you are not interested, equals ignore case. If you are not interested to check the case sensitivity, then you can use this particular function which ignores the case, and it will consider both the hello as same, irrespective it is capital and it is small. And then compare to function is also there, which will compare the strings and it will return the value. Searching of string is there. You can find out the string by using this particular function, string index of function we are using. We are using index of function to find out the particular string or character. You can use here character also by using the character data type. If the search is successful, then it returns the index of the character from where that particular character started. It will return that character, and if the searching it start afterwards, then it will return a -1. So index of function we are using, and why it is string? Because here you can see here double string is there. Irrespective it is a single character, but it is in the two quotation, double quotation, that's why it is string character. By using this particular index of function, you are trying to search the string E, and if it is present, then it will return the value 1. Similarly, for other functions are also there, you can find out, and during the lecture also I have explained everything regarding this. You can replace the characters in string by using this replace function. Here we are replacing H by C, so instead of hello you will get the new string, that is cello, by using this replace function. You can get the substrings from the string by using this function substring. Okay. There are many more functions from the, you can manipulate the character case, hence you can convert the string to uppercase, you can convert the string to lowercase. There are many functions. Okay, you can trim the string, you can calculate the length, character at what position it is. So p dot toString function, it creates a string representation of the object p. This p is nothing but this is object. It creates a string representation of the object p. It means this p is nothing but it is an object which is created a string by using this particular function. So this is one of the example that you can see here. Here we have provided few arguments to this string array. String array name is the function, name is the variable or object which we have created from the string class, and having the arguments Mumbai, Delhi, Agra, Calcutta and Bombay. So the size is here 5. So index will start from 0 to 4. So this program, I hope it is by using this size function you are able to find out the length of the string. So you may think about ki ma'am, why here there is no bracket, as we are talking about the length of array. So there is no need to use the bracket. Length function we are not using. We are using the length attribute to calculate the size of array. So we are calculating the size of array by using this length function. So here in this array we have provided 5 values. So by using this function you are able to get the size of array as 5. So it will start from 0 to till the 4 size, and what actually it is going to do, it will compare the first string along with the second string. Here the first string dot compare to means we are comparing the two string, first string as well as second string. And how we are comparing? By using the ASCII character. By using the ASCII character of the first string. So whatever would be the first letter of the strings, accordingly the values are going to be exchanged. So what we are actually checking here, we are checking the ASCII values of the character by using this compare to function. We will check first string and then second string. What we will check? First ASCII value of the string 1 and first ASCII value of the second string, and whatever would be there, accordingly the less value is going to be exchanged to the upper one. And this is how the things will happen here. And by using compare to functions, the string values are exchanged, and finally we will get this output like this. Here the ASCII values of first character is actually checked. ASCII values, I am emphasizing on that word, by using the compare to function, and this is how you will get this output. String and string buffer class, as I said about the string and string buffer class, it is one of the very important feature when we are talking about the string in Java. So string buffer class is also one of the very important. It creates strings of flexible length, and when we are talking about string class, it creates fixed length string. So string class, it cannot be changed, but when we are talking about string buffer class, if you are using there in the program, so it can be modified in terms of length and content. So according to the requirement, you can use string buffer class as well as you can use string class in your program. We cannot insert characters and substrings in the middle of the string. If you are using string class in your program, then you cannot insert characters or substrings, which is possible in the string buffer class. So in all, this is flexible. String buffer class is flexible. You can modify the length and content, but when we are talking about the string class, it is of fixed length and we cannot make changes. This is all about the program of string buffer class method. Here we have used some method from the string buffer class that you can see, that we will discuss in the online class also. This is how you will get the output. This is the output. Thank you so much for watching the video, and keep watching the video for the next consecutive sections of Java programming. Thank you.